Inside a Beverly Hills bank vault, out of sight for the past 50 years, rests the most controversial collection of ancient Egyptian art in history.
When Miss Dimitra Seres Pozirikidis interviewed her, she told her, "I do not know of any museum that has so many pieces."
I was about to ask you, you said that there were 28 pieces here. I mean, your collection is
Yes.
made of 28 pieces. What is the largest collection of Amarna artifacts today in the world?
Ours.
Owned by the Mansoor family, the Amarna collection has been at the heart of an unprecedented dispute within the Egyptologist community.
It's a mafia-type organization. They cover their own people, and if you step out of line, they're going to hurt you somehow.
In the early 1920s, William Mansoor, a respected and internationally renowned antiquities dealer based in Cairo, purchased the first of a number of rare limestone artifacts designed in the Amarna style.
My father officially retired from the antiquity business in 1947, officially. But it's my brothers who came here between 1947 and 1950. We brought not only the Amarna collection, but other artifacts.
The provenance of the collection is shrouded in mystery. The pieces have been found and removed by a farmer living close to the archaeological site of Tel El Amarna.
The piece is unique. The subject matter is repetitive. It's the princesses, it's Nefertiti, it's Akhenaten. That's it. But they, each one is quite individualized.
Mansoor, whose clients included royalty and major international museums, defended the authenticity of his collection of limestone artifacts.
I would almost say countless pieces that the older Mansoor particularly, but also the younger ones, sold to important museums. One of the important pieces of Taharka is a silver and, I don't know, just silver and gold statuettes and bronze statuette, which is very well known and which was acquired from the Mansoors. In the Chicago Oriental Institute, there is a big collection of tools that were found as a foundation deposit in a temple, and which also had been sold to the Chicago Oriental Institute by the older Mansoors. It's just a couple of the more famous things that had been sold by the Mansoor family to the great museums of the world.
In 1949, 2 Amarna heads were sent to the Boston Museum of Fine Arts to be examined by Professor William Young. Following his initial examination, Young declared the pieces to be of fairly modern origin and claimed they were manufactured from a man-made stone.
Some of the detractors have tried to show that the stone is not right. Well, that doesn't mean anything, because you can take any stone, any age, and carve on it. It's the carving age that we are interested in.
Meanwhile, doctors Iskender and Mustafa, both analytical chemists based at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, examined the remaining pieces of the collection. They submitted a report in favor of the authenticity.
What I understand is that the pieces were analyzed scientifically. And here I use common sense. When an Egyptologist tells me that it is genuine, he has his own reason. He has studied them, the style and so on. When someone said they're not genuine, we have to respect his opinion too, because we have to be fair. Now, which one is right or wrong, that I don't know. Now, when science comes and tells us there is no way on earth that any human could duplicate the deposit, the patina, the passing of time, then science, we have to believe in it. Otherwise, the laboratories in the museum have no value.
The Mansoor controversy evolved into an argument beyond the simple issue of authenticity. It became a dispute between art and science, with great conflicts of opinion between the East and West.
I think we can learn a lot from the Mansoor collection because these pieces are probably some of the finest work of the period. And by studying those, we see some of the changes that occurred in the art from before the Amarna period until after the Amarna period. We get a sense of family, which we really never had before. And afterwards, the sense of family was very distorted. For example, if Ramses would show his family, his wife came up to his knees generally, and his children about to his ankle. Whereas with the Amarna period, everything was shown super realistically.
Out of the 28 experts who evaluated the collection, only 2 condemned it as fake. The authority of these 2 naysayers has grown in popularity, and today many Egyptologists are convinced the collection is a forgery, often without having seen it at all.
The complete unwillingness of these people to take a look makes most archaeologists and museum people question the validity of their criticism. If you don't see, you don't look, you don't feel, you don't stop and study and spend time, I don't think people are equipped to pass judgment on whether they are real or not real. That calls for extensive work, study, and really seeing the pieces. Just to, out of hand from a picture, say, this is not it. It's not acceptable.
The unknown provenance of the collection has created an ideal environment for suspicion.
The Getty Museum had the Kouros a few years back that they came out and said that they made this great discovery and they put it out, and it wasn't as old as they thought it was. But here's a reputable museum saying, okay, we did make a mistake. I don't think that the consequences would be that bad.
For those who believe in the collection, its unavailability for exhibit is a great loss. Amarna artifacts are extremely rare and valuable, for very few pieces of that era have been found.
I think if these Egyptologists come forth, especially through this documentary, if they come forth and say, okay, well, let's reevaluate the scientific opinions. Let's work together with the science and say, okay, these are actually authentic. Let's bring this to the public and stop burying the truth. It's such a shame that these pieces have been buried and are sitting in a dark vault somewhere where no one can see them. It's a shame for the entire art community.
Akhenaten committed the heresy of imposing upon Egypt the first monotheistic monarchy in history. His entire legacy was destroyed, however, after his death by the succeeding pharaohs, condemning his memory to oblivion.
Said it's a coincidence. 3,000 years ago, people wanted to destroy Akhenaten. Now, 3,000 years later, some Egyptologists are trying to destroy it, but they didn't succeed because of the truth. You see, like I said before, it's very, very difficult to destroy the truth. The truth is stand there. If the collection was really a forgery, a fake, a fraud, it would have never survived the 50 years. And our duty as as a keeper, as protector, we protect the collection.